Today was a good day. I got cut from work early, I finished a book, I did a bunch of work on the business, and I got to play video games. And this is how I got here.
Good morning, passport holders. Today is April 16, 2016. That's right, 4/16/16. Day 533 of the vlogs. And yeah, today is off to a very busy, hectic start, but it's been super productive. So I woke up this morning, there were 2 new videos on Gary's channel that needed captions. One of them was a clip of the 92Y video, and because I now have the caption clipping tool in place for me, no user accounts have been created yet, but I was able to create captions for that in about 4 minutes, which was great because I got the start time, I got the end time, and I was able to plug that in and then do a little finagling with it because I didn't get the exact frames right, but it worked perfectly fine. Loaded in, just little tweaks, sent it over, and then Gary also dropped DailyVee 31, which was 15 and a half minutes. I did the transcription and timing slightly differently than I normally do. It looks like it worked faster, and I think that if I were to get used to doing that a little more, it'd speed up even more. So got that all done. I just finished doing the initial timing. I need to do kind of the perfection timing, and yeah, the correction's all good. So because I took a little more time on the front end, I don't have to do the corrections the same way that I used to. So that cuts out a 30-minute, 40-minute run through the episode. An episode like that's 15 minutes long. At this point, though, I'm going over to the Circle K in order to grab a Cliff Bar. Normally, and if it wasn't my month where I was just on water, I'd be grabbing a Red Bull as well, even though I am high energy, just to give me more calories. And so I'm going to grab a couple of Cliff Bars there, and then I'm heading into work. Upside there is that I've already gotten the approval to get cut at 3:30, so I'm only going in for 3.5 hours. I should be able to be in and out, and then back here to finish up any work that needs to get done, work on the deck, which needs to get finished. But then it's just kind of, grinding on getting the other channels' data into the tool, and, hanging out and giving myself a little downtime. I'll effectively have 70 hours off as soon as I get cut, which is massive. I mean, I can get so much done in 70 hours. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are having a great day. Let's get this one started. I totally forgot that the 101 North on-ramp was closed today until I was right approaching it. So they're finishing construction and the expansion, I think, in the 4th lane looks like it's ready to be open, so they got to reline about 2 miles worth of the 101. So you guys are getting a slightly different view on this time lapse today. Good stuff. Well, for whatever reason, I did not receive a notification that the vlog went live at 2 o'clock today, so I'm going to go home and take care of that since I'm now done with work. Next up after that is DailyVee 31 finalized captions, and then shipping them over to the team at VaynerMedia, and then I'll finally get a chance to eat some lunch. So eating lunch at 4:15 is going to be interesting, but is what it is. And then, well, I mean, technically now kicks off 70 hours worth of weekend for me. So I've got 70 hours between now and when I have to be back in the office, and that's plenty of time for me to go and do a lot of the things that I need and want to do. So let's get my weekend started. Yay!
Alright guys, so time to catch you up since it is 11:30 now and I haven't recorded much this evening. So basically what has happened is I came back here, I finished DailyVee, I finished the import on the Yoga with Adriene channel, so that's all done. All said and done, I've got just shy of 1,200 episodes currently in the tool. I'm getting ready to drop my 500 plus episodes in over the course of the next couple of days. Since it's the last major piece. I've got a couple other small channels I'll probably do tonight, just get their 30-40 episodes in, because that'll take me 25 minutes or so a piece, so just grind through that. I'm going to begin to I'm going to take a little break here, basically I've lost my evening to I played Destiny for about an hour and a half and just loved it. Even though I didn't play well, I'm loving the fact that like I'm finally getting some of the weapons and ratings that I wanted, so that I can actually start to level up past 310. 310 is a big number in the Destiny universe, or at least it was previously, because once you are at light level 310, all your drops subsequently will at least be 310 regarding exotics. And yeah, like that's just massive, because you know the higher it is, the more power you have, the better your weaponry is. So I'm pumped about that. So did that, and then I went and tried to pick up this book again and then couldn't put it down. So I read like a third of the book and ended up finishing it. And I was super bummed, because I was like, oh, this is really good. I wish this author had another book out in this series. And guess what? She does. It comes out in 2 weeks though. So it's like, oh, it's frustrating, because like I would love to have been able to pick right up into the next one, because she did such a great job with this book. So I will pick up Claudia's next book. Obviously, pre-order is going to go in here in just a minute. I'm going to take a small break here, though, to watch CTFXC, since I haven't watched that today because I got such an early start. I'll take care of that, maybe have a little snack, and then it's on to doing more imports. And then I think the other big win that I want to do before I go to bed tonight is the fact that I want to instantiate all of the channels that are in. I want to get their search engines all running, since it literally is 5 lines of code. And then I've got one change that I have to make inside of the page itself, so that the background image shows up that is appropriate for each of them. So if I can knock that out, I'll be pumped. But I'll leave you guys for a couple of hours while I go do all this stuff. Alright guys, so the work for tonight is done. I also snuck in about an extra 35 minutes worth of time in Destiny, because I'm just enjoying it again, right? It's nice not to be completely buried. I suspect that after the events of the next week, it's very possible that I will be buried, and heavily so, in the next 8 or 9 days. It's going to be crazy if it all comes together the way that I think it might. All of that said, yeah, the 5 channels that have all their episodes in, they're all now done, deployed, publicly available if the people want them to be, at least. So we'll figure out who does over the course of the next week as I clue them in and create login credentials and things like that for them. So I'm pumped about that. Away from that, yeah, I'm kind of like I'm finding my old habits being very like interesting to me right now. So like reading books is something that I kind of walked away from, more or less. I mean, yes, I've snuck in a book here or there, but nothing major where it's like, okay, hey, like there's always something that I'm reading. And having plowed through this book in less than a week, like I feel like that's something I could get behind again very quickly. And I'm not going to wait, the 2 weeks until this book, the next book from this author comes out. So yeah, that's going to happen. But I will say thank you guys for your time and your attention. I sincerely appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.